All right. Next topic: prop firms. What are prop firms? Okay, I'm gonna dumb it down for you guys. Cut out all the noise, so just get to the point and try to understand it as simple as you can. Okay, I'm gonna dumb it down. So basically, a prop firm is a company that lets you trade, in our case, futures, using their money instead of our own money. Okay. A prop firm is a company that lets you trade using their money instead of our own money. Yeah? You guys get it? Okay. For example, the prop firm that I use is Lucid Trading. I'm currently funded with them. Um, but you have to, for these prop firms, you have to pay a fee. Like in this case, if you see here, this is mine, 25K Flex Eval. So I paid $70 USD for this evaluation, and the profit target was 1,250. You just have to get that profit target, and you pass the eval, and then you're funded. Okay, you're funded, and you can get payouts after. There are some rules, right? It's not that easy. It's not that clear cut. There are rules. Yeah, first of all, you have to hit that profit target in order to pass, and there is a max loss limit. There is a max loss limit of 1,000. So basically, yes, they say that you have a 25K. That's what they say. You have 25K, but your max loss limit is 1K. Meaning, if you lose 1K, you blow the account. If you lose 1K, you blow the account. If you win 1,250, you pass. If you lose 1K, you blow the account. What does that mean? So that means you're not really funded 25K. Okay? You're actually going to get funded 1K, because if you lose 1K, you blow their account. Okay? But if you think about it, that's still pretty good. Okay? In the sense of risk management, that's still pretty good. Imagine paying $60 to be able to trade 1K. Okay? 1K of capital. Right? Only paying $70, and you're trading with 1K capital, and you can get payouts. That's still a pretty good deal to me, right? I mean, if you can't even pass an evaluation with consistency, with proper risk management, to be honest, you're not going to make it in live trading, right? You're going to blow your $1,000. Doesn't matter how much money you have, 10,000, 5,000. If you can't even pass an evaluation, how are you going to survive a live account? Does that make sense? Like, if you can't even pass this, how do you think you can maintain a 5K live account? There's no way. That's why I think this is actually the best way to go about trading, because you're actually minimizing the pain of losing big amounts of money, right? Imagine you're only paying $70 USD, right? If you feel like you're good enough, feel like you've practiced enough, you got the strategy going, you got to feel how trading is, and when you feel ready, you attempt an eval, and you're paying $70 to gain access to 1K. That's pretty freaking good, right? If you burn that account, you don't lose 1K, you only lose $70, because that's how much the eval was, right? And then once you're funded, there's still rules. Like I said, right? You still gotta follow the rules. So 5 days. I think it's yeah. You have to have minimum of 5 days of profit of $100. So you have to be profitable for 5 days, okay, in order to be able to request a payout. And the payout cycle is every 5 days, and you can trade up to 2 minis or 20 micros, which is great, and you get a max loss limit of $1,000. Okay, so when let's say you're funded, you pass your evaluation, they're gonna say that, oh, you're 25K funded. Okay, you're not 25K funded, because your max loss limit is 1K. You're actually 1K funded. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, but this is what's great about it. The max loss limit, okay, I don't know why it's not here, but I think they have a certain on the side, they have like, they explain rules in much detail. But the max loss limit stops trailing once once you made, let's say, 26,000. When you hit 26,000, your max loss limit is going to stay at 25,000. I hope that makes sense, because when you're at 25,000, let's say you just got funded and you're at 25,000, right? You start at 25,000. Your max loss limit is 1K, so your account can only draw down to 24,000 before blowing that account. Okay? You just got funded. Your account can only go down to 24,000 before you blow that account. That's why proper risk management is so crucial. You don't go all in right away, okay? You trade really, really small with consistency. Okay? So, but when you make 26,000, your max loss limit locks in at 25,000. Meaning, when you make 28,000, your max loss limit stays at 25,000. When you make 30,000, your max loss limit stays at 25,000. Okay, it stays there. But when you pull something really, really stupid and you lose 5K from 30,000 all the way, it drops to 25,000, you blow that account. Okay, if you do something really stupid from 30K, you already made 30K, you didn't take out money, and you made, and then you lost 5K and it dropped down to 25K, you blow that account. Okay, that's why I say consistency is so big. Consistency is so important when it comes to prop firms. Okay, I hope that clears it up. What I explained to this 25K flex funded applies to these ones. So these ones are just like a little bit higher up. You're able to apply more risks, right? Like, but at the same time you have higher profit targets. But you're able to risk a little bit higher compared to 25K funded, because your drawdown is a lot higher. For example, for 50K, your max loss limit is 2,000. Okay, for 100K, your max loss limit is 3,000. Because you're not really funded 100K, you're funded 3K for this. Okay, but imagine this. You're only paying 157, okay, $157 to be able to trade with 3K. That's a pretty good deal, right? That's a pretty good deal, right? It's better than blowing your own account. At least if you blow that 3K, you only lost 157. You didn't blow your own 3K. Okay? I hope that dumbed it down. I hope that made it easier to understand. Okay? Prop firms, that's why I'm advocating for this. I think this is a gold mine. This is a gold mine. Okay? Why is this a gold mine? Because let's say you have because with these ones, they have scaling plans where you can have 5 accounts. Okay, I'm not sure why it doesn't say here. Let me check. But yeah, you can have 5 accounts with these guys. Let me double check. Sorry about that. Okay. Days to pay out, scaling plan. Anyways, it doesn't say here, but yeah, you can have up to 5 accounts, 5 funded accounts in total with these guys. So with prop firms, it becomes a gold mine, because if you have one account, if you have 5 funded accounts already, okay, And then what you can do is you can actually copy trade it throughout the rest of the accounts. Okay, let's say you have one funded account and you're copy trading across 5 accounts that you already have. You can use a tool like TradeSyncer to be able to do that. Let's say you made in one account, you made $200. $200 across 5 funded accounts, that's $1,000 per day, right? One trade per day, you can make $1,000 per day, just like that. That's the power of prop firms, guys. That's the power of prop firms. Okay, if you have 5 of these like bigger accounts, like 100K, right? You're able to risk more, and let's say you made $800 in one day. $800, 800 times 5, right? 800 times 5. That's $4,000 per day, and that's only one prop firm, right? And each prop firm has a maximum of 5 where you can copy trade. That's only one prop firm, but you can also copy trade across other prop firms with TradeSyncer. Let's say you have, for this case, Lucid Trading, right? You have 5. Another prop firm is Take Profit Trader, which I really like. Another prop firm is Take Profit Trader. Okay, they have rules too. It's the same, but this is another prop firm. Really good prop firm. One of my favorites. Basically, for these guys, the same. You can keep up to 5 accounts, right? So you have 5 accounts in Lucid Trading, and then you have 5 accounts in Take Profit Trading. Let's say you scaled up to 10 accounts in total, and you can copy trade. You can totally copy trade it with TradeSyncer. You copy trade it with one account. Let's say in one account you made $500, okay, across 10 accounts. That's an easy $5,000 just in one day, right? In one day, $5,000 in one day. Or I know there's some people that goes crazy and maximize all prop firms, right? Some prop firms like Apex Trader Funding allows you to have 20 accounts, okay? So there is some like big influencers out there that has like 30 accounts and that are actually making like 35K days or 40K days. So like Apex Trader Funding, this prop firm allows you to have 20 accounts, like 20 accounts, and you can copy trade across all those 20 accounts on top of other prop firms as well. So imagine having being really good. You got the skill down, you're good enough to scale up. You start with one account and you gradually build up to 5 accounts and then 10 accounts, and then eventually you can go crazy if you're good enough. You can build up to 30 funded accounts. Imagine that, like, you only have to make like $100 or $200, and then per day, 200 times 30, that's like $6,000 per day, right? Or I don't know if I got the math right, but you know how crazy it can get. People can make $30,000 in one day just with prop firms, and you're risking so less. Like, look at how much. Like, imagine making 30,000 per day, and every evaluation is only like what, $70, right? That's the beauty of prop firms. Just want to give an example. My favorite like traders that I really like watching, they trade ICT Concept as well, and their strategy is very close to the strategy that I use. His name is PB Blake. Actually, one of the influencers I look up to. He's really good, but he makes this amount trading prop firms because he has like 30 accounts. He's really good, and his strategy is like, it's basically the same strategy that we use. Very like 90% of the time we use the same strategy. So if you guys have any if you want any tips, any advices, like, I would check out his channel. Like, if you want to learn more, a little bit more, maybe if I'm missing something, like, you can always check out his channel, right? There's PB Blake. I really recommend. There's Justin Werline. Okay, he's another ICT trader. This guy trades prop firms as well, and you can learn a lot from him too. And then there is Dodgy, Guy's really, really good. He made IFVGs famous. And there is PJ Trades. They all trade futures, they all trade prop firms, and they're all Christians. And they all trade ICT concepts. We all have the same in common. So, yeah, check them out. And I hope that cleared things up for prop firms and such a powerful tool. Honestly, you risk so less. You don't have to risk so much of your money, right? I know some of us, we get really emotional whenever we put our own money, and then we lose what's most important in trading, which is risk management, and we end up getting our account absolutely smoked, and we end up hating our life, hating our trading. We get anxious and depressed and stay silent and all that bad stuff. So yeah, I hope that cleared things up. If you just have any questions, just message me or just go on YouTube. There's a lot of things on YouTube. So yeah,